This is KSN, your local election headquarters.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this election night. I'm Austin Heislip.
And I'm Jessica Shear from your local election headquarters. People all around the nation headed to the polls today to vote in the midterm elections. And we begin tonight in Kansas for the hotly contested governor's race. 31% of precincts are reporting at this hour, with Laura Kelly in the lead with 52% of the vote over 4 other candidates in the state of Kansas. Meanwhile, in Missouri, perhaps the biggest race is the race for Missouri Senator, and at this hour, Democrat incumbent Claire McCaskill and Republican Josh Hawley are in a dead heat over Libertarian Japheth Campbell, Green Party candidate Joe Crane, and Independent Craig O'Dear. And in Oklahoma, 3 candidates vying for governor with 98% of precincts reporting at this hour. Republican Kevin Stitt is leading the race to become Oklahoma's governor with more than 54% of the vote. Back in Missouri, the race for state senator in the 32nd district has been a high-profile contest. Republican Bill White is ahead at this hour with 80% of the vote. And one of the hottest topics in the state of Missouri has been the topic of medical marijuana. Constitutional Amendment 2 would amend the Missouri Constitution to allow medical marijuana, as well as create regulation and licensing procedures for the creation and distribution of the drug. So at this time, 68% of voters are saying yes, with 13% of precincts reporting.
Missouri's Constitutional Amendment 3 also deals with medical marijuana. It would allow the use of marijuana for medical purposes and impose a 15% tax on the retail sale of the drug. Funds from those taxes would go toward medical research. With 13% of precincts reporting, 67% of voters say no. And finally, Missouri Constitutional Amendment 4 would remove language limiting bingo ads. It would also allow a member of an organization conducting bingo games to participate in the management of the games after being a member of the organization for 6 months instead of the current 2-year requirement. That motion is passing at this time with 54% of the vote. Proposition B would raise the Missouri minimum wage to $12 an hour by 2023. At this time, Proposition B is passing with 65% of the vote. Proposition C would allow medical marijuana and impose a 2% sales tax, which would go to the Division of Liquor Control. It would administer a program to license, certify, and regulate marijuana and marijuana facilities. Funds from the tax will be used for veteran services, drug treatment, early childhood education, and for public safety in cities with a medical marijuana facility. The proposition right now is in a dead heat with no votes having the majority at this hour. Another tight one at this hour, the last proposition for consideration is Missouri Proposition D. Missouri Proposition D would raise the motor fuel tax 10 cents over 4 years to fund state law enforcement and local road projects and maintenance. Missouri voters, with 18% of the precincts reporting, are saying no so far on this motion. And if you missed any of the major state election results, you can find them on our website. That's, of course, 4stateshomepage.com.
And we do want to make a quick note to our viewers. Jasper and Newton County election results have not yet reported to us, but we are working to get those results, and we'll bring you those as they come in. But now we do want to check in with Southwest Missouri Democrats.
KSN's Adam Sherwinski joins us live. Adam, what's the atmosphere like there?
It's up, it's down, Austin. It's all over the place as we're watching the election results here at Cat Johnson's Taste of the South in Joplin. It has been packed here, a packed house here. But with me right now, I do have Southwest Missouri Democrats associate here, Krista Stark. She is the one who's kind of the ringleader in all this. And Krista, how does it feel that it's just such a tight race?
Well, you know, Democrats are used to having tight races, especially in red Southwest Missouri. So if you're going to be on Team Blue in Southwest Missouri, you know you're going to be hard up against it, and we know we're going to be up late into the night, and that we're going to work really, really hard to make sure that we do what we need to do, but that sometimes we're going to have to wait a little while patiently for the results. All
right, thank you so much, Krista. There's a lot going on here, and we'll turn it right back to you at the station.
Adam, thanks so much. The race is neck and neck. Hawley and McCaskill both fighting for that win.
And we now join KSN's Ashley Godwin, who is live now at the Republican headquarters. And Ashley, how is the vibe there?
Yeah, I'm at the Republican watch party, and it's been back and forth between Claire McCaskill and Josh Hawley. But now Josh Hawley seems to be in the lead, and William Wheeler, the field director, is here. So tell me what your predictions are for this race.
You know, we're super excited. We're glad to see both Josh and Sandra surging right now. Obviously, as the night goes on, we get more and more optimistic, but we're not counting our eggs before they hatch right now.
Right, and just really quickly about the state auditor race, what's going on?
Yep, Sandra McDowell again is surging just like Josh Hawley as well. It's a little bit closer than Hawley and McCaskill right now, but we're proud of what Sandra's done. She's visited Southwest Missouri about 5 different times in the last 5 days. We can ask for a better candidate. We're super excited for Sandra.
Well, thank you, Mr. Wheeler, and like I said, we'll have all the election results on 4stateshomepage.com. Back to you, Jess and Austin.
Ashley, thanks so much. Moving on to more of our election results from your local election headquarters. In the city of Lamar, Proposition 1 would impose a sales tax of 0.5% to fund local parks and stormwater controls. Lamar voters decide yes on this measure with 55% of the vote. In Newton County, the position of Associate Circuit Judge Division 3 is up for grabs, with 57% of the vote reporting in right now, or 62% of the report of the vote. Republican Kevin Selby leads independent Andy Wood for that position. And voters in Vernon County are choosing the county clerk with 5,000 votes. Mike Bueller leading 71% of the votes over the Democrat Dominic Habgen. And meanwhile, Vernon County voters choose Republican Brandon Fisher over Democrat Joe Zuzel for the position of Associate Circuit Judge.
We move now to Lawrence County. For the role of presiding commissioner, Lawrence County voters choose Republican Bob Sininger over independent Mike Palmer. Citizens in the city of Freistatt decide on a question pertaining to their fire protection district. The levy would raise by 30 cents per $100 assessed valuation. Voters decide yes on the question with more than 75% of the vote. Voters in Mount Vernon decide a question pertaining to liquor by the drink. The question would allow liquor by the drink for consumption on the premises where sold within the city. That motion passes tonight. And if you missed any of Missouri's local election results, you can find them on our website. That's 4stateshomepage.com.
And we move now to more state positions in Missouri. In the race for state auditor, with 16% of precincts reporting, Democrat Nicole Galloway is in the lead over 4 other candidates, including Republican Sandra McDowell and Jacob Lutkemeier of the Constitution Party. And we are talking about U.S. representative seats in the state of Missouri. First off, with 28% of precincts reporting, Republican Vicky Hartzler is in the lead with 64% of the vote. And with 13% of precincts reporting, Republican incumbent Billy Long is ahead in the race for U.S. Representative's 7th District. Meanwhile, Missourians also voted on who will occupy state representative seats. To begin, Republican Patricia Pike wins with 75% of the vote. And in the race for state representative for the 127th District, Republican Ann Kelly, looks like we do not have those numbers at this time.
And in the 157th District, Republican Mike Moon wins the state representative seat over Democrat Loretta Thomas.
And to finish out Missouri, we look at Constitutional Amendment 1 that would amend the Missouri Constitution regarding redrawing political districts, campaign contributions, and lobbyist gifts. With 13% of precincts reporting, 67% of voters are saying yes to this amendment. And of course, if you missed any of Missouri state election results, they are updating constantly on 4stateshomepage.com.